Well, David Begnaud joins us now from San Juan, Puerto Rico. David, we've heard President Trump complain that there's been poor leadership by Puerto Rican officials. How is that statement being received there on the ground right now?
I have not heard anything from local Puerto Ricans. In fact, not today have they spoken about President Trump or in any of the prior days. The only thing people are talking about here, Rena, is when are we going to get food and water? We were at the port a short time ago and saw trucks leaving the port. It's one of the first time we saw the exit gates full of trucks from side to side. But nothing at this point from Puerto Ricans. Quite frankly, a lot of them don't even have the cell phone service to read what the president's tweeting.
David, you just went to a briefing. What can you tell us was the big headline out of there, especially in regards to relief?
Let me tell you, before we get to that briefing, one of the things that I was able to ask the governor at the port was his reaction to what the president tweeted.
I read on this, it's in the context of the mayor of San Juan. He was saying something in the context of the mayor of San Juan wanting everything done for her. But I concur with you. The spirit of the people of Puerto Rico is great. It's fantastic. We're resilient people. And of course, I am convinced that everybody in the world, everybody is seeing this. But I believe, as I read this right now, that it is in the context of the mayor of San Juan.
Thank you. David, we've heard at least 16 people have died in Puerto Rico, but there's an estimation of the numbers. David, I'm sorry, if you can hear me, can you go ahead? There's a slight delay.
Yeah, no problem. You're talking about the death count on the island. Here's what we were able to find out. The official death count is 16. And there has been some fear and speculation, quite frankly, from people on the island who've heard rumors, not people trying to spread rumors, but people who've heard, as I did, from local officials on the ground in some of the hardest hit areas, that the death count is far higher. State officials have said from the very beginning the death count will go higher, but as of now it's 16. But I got even more clarification. The man who's the Secretary of Public Safety walked up to me and said, here's what I have done. It's 16 because those are the deaths that we've been able to certify. He told us that he has been able to call every head of every hospital in Puerto Rico to the Capitol. Yesterday he had a meeting with them and he said all of them said that the deaths you have so far, the number 16 is what stands. Now, there are other deaths that have been reported, Rena, and autopsies are being performed. And the Secretary of Public Safety said, with no doubt, there will likely be a determination that some of the deaths that are pending right now, undetermined, will be classified as storm-related deaths. I can also tell you we have confirmed there was an early report that 3 sisters died in the hurricane. The Secretary of Public Safety confirmed to me that those 3 sisters were killed in a landslide. Essentially, he describes the earth as just literally demolishing their home, killing them. But there was a 4th sister who was able to run away and call for help. She survived.
What a very lucky woman, David. I want to ask you, you've also reported this week that a major issue has been the lack of drivers to help and deliver these supplies. Has that changed at all?
Good question. I actually asked the governor as we were standing at the port a short time ago, do you still need drivers? I can't tell you how many people are sending messages via social media, Twitter and Facebook, asking, hey, what should I do? Here's what the governor said. They still need drivers. You got to be licensed, got to have the commercial driver's license, and they want you to go down to the convention center. Now look, I know a lot of you have gotten the number that we have been providing. The governor's office gave us a number and said, tell people this is the number to call. Some people have not been able to get through. So all I can tell you is based on that conversation I had this morning with the governor, if you want to drive, the best thing you can do is come here to Puerto Rico, San Juan, go to the convention center where all the officials are. The governor assured us there is someone there who is willing to talk to you if you've got the proper driver's license and you've got the time to drive. They're still asking for drivers to come. But again, if you're having trouble getting through, there's nothing we can do to fix that number. We have talked to officials. They tell us it's working. You guys are telling us it's not working. Many of you who are reaching out to us, the best thing you can do, come here, go to the Civic Center, talk to them in person.
Yeah, you forget how often it's not just supplies that folks need in storm-ravaged regions. Our David Begnaud, thank you for your report, David.